So after the electric push bike that I took for a little test drive that I've just put the video up on, and if I remember I'll stick a link to that up here, I also took an electric scooter. Now this is like a Vespa scooter, not the stand-on scooter. So just before I get into a quick review of riding that electric scooter, I did do an interview at the Australian Electric Vehicle Association's weekend, and if I remember I'll put that up in the corner here, and that was with the guy who is selling them in Perth. So I went up to their shop in Perth, nice little shop it is too, and took out the Arthur 3 for a quick spin, and very nice it was too. They're coming out with an Arthur 6 very soon, and that's got an even bigger range. But let's have a quick look at the Arthur 3. Oh, yep. Let's try 2. Three. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, yes. So this is the Fonz Arthur 3, which is available from only around $8,500. I've borrowed this one from Wanderlust Camera and Electronics Store in Perth. They've got a great little shop here actually. They've got cameras, lights, motorbikes, electric scooters and electric go-karts. And they've got one in the shop, but it's sold. Oh well. So this, as it stands, is capable of a top speed of 80 kilometers an hour. Now you can get this boosted up to 90 kilometers an hour, I think. Its range is about 100 kilometers, which is more than enough to pop down to the shops or pop to work and back. Remember, the average journey in Australia is 40 kilometers a day. That's it. So this will do you 2 days, no problem. It's got an 8 kilowatt motor. Doesn't sound very much, but it's a very light bike, and even with a fat bugger like me on it, it's still accelerated. When I had it in the 3rd level, it still accelerated very nicely, and the speed limit here is 50, so I couldn't go too much above 50. Now its charge time is 10 hours, and that's off your 10 amp socket. So that's the, okay, so the charge point is just here, and that is just a standard of those 3-pin plugs, and there is a fast charger available which will do it a little bit quicker. The battery pack, 3.3 kilowatt hours, lithium ion battery, that's all right. It's max payload, and I am under this, 150 kilos. Yeah. The actual weight of the bike itself is 105 kilos. So I've taken this for a ride, and it is very, very easy. And as I said, you've got 3 speed settings, if you like. 1, it won't go over about 50, and at 3, it will do up to 80 kilometers an hour. And I had it in 3, and yes, it will do 80 kilometers an hour, I'm sure. Yeah. It's got a safety cut-off switch, which you've got to push across to get it going. The dial, one thing I did notice, because it's very bright today, it's a bit hard to see at times. It says it was at 100% when I took it out. Zooming up and down here at high speed, it's gone down 1 or 2%. And basically the middle part is just the speedo. The one on the left is the charge state. It's got the number of kilometers done, and it's got percentage and speed. And then you've got the drive speed, if you like, 1, 2 and 3. It's all automatic. Accelerator on the right as standard. Now, front brake puts 2 pistons on at the front and 1 at the back. Back brake does 2 pistons at the back and 1 at the front. So when you're driving a push bike or a motorbike, you should always put the back brake on first. So this puts the back brake on with 2 pistons and 1 piston at the front. And really, that's probably all you need. You can get some optional extras for it, such as this top box, different coloured seats, and obviously you can get different colours for the finish. All up, I quite like this. It's good fun to drive. And the price for this one, $8,590. That's West Australian price in Australian dollars. That is very reasonable. Now, the good thing about these is they're made in Australia by the Fonz Motor company. Yeah, I believe they're based in Queensland. Other controls here are hazards, indicator, left and right, horn, lights, dipped, full beam. They're LED headlights, by the way. I don't know if you can see them there, but that's dipped and full beam. It does have 2 stands. This is the stand where it sits upright. This kickstand, not a good idea to use those anyway, because it can fall over. But that is the only one that's got a sensor on it, and it won't go when that's out. But it will go when that's out, but the back wheel's off, so you just sit there and the wheel will spin. Otherwise, seating, comfy, ride, I liked it.
Great fun.
It was great fun. Maintenance, you know, some of these EVs, they want you to come in and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars every 12, 25,000 Ks, 12 months, whatever. Maintenance on this, check the tyres and brakes. You can do that yourself. So I believe the warranty on this is 2 years. I don't know about the kilometres. It may be a very low kilometre range, but you're not doing thousands and thousands of kilometres a week on this. And the battery, I believe, has got a 1 year warranty. You need a new battery. Well, this is how easy it is to change the battery. There it is. It's in there. Unplug it, lift it up, and put a new one in. Try doing that with a Tesla or a Kia or a Hyundai. Yeah, that is really easy. And it's even possible to take that inside with you if you need to have added security.
Yeah, you can charge it from there.
And then when you've taken it out and you've carried it inside, you can actually charge it, plug it in. So life is easy. So because the battery's in here, normally in scooters you've got a lot of under-seat storage which will fit helmets and what have you. The storage here is 0, but the battery's in there. It's a good idea to get one of these fitted, because then you've got room to put your helmet in. I don't know if it's got a helmet lock, but it's got a fairly sturdy, there you can always chain it to that. There is here, so you open this with the key. There's a USB-A slot there, and you can put your phone in there, lock that up, and your phone is then charging whilst you're driving along. When you get to where you're going, you can unplug it, take it out, and then you just lock it again. And also you've got flip out stands. So if you've got a pillion passenger, remember total weight's 150 kilos. I might not be able to take a pillion passenger unless they're small. They've got footrests and it's each side. So to get those out, so all up, my impressions. I actually wouldn't mind buying one of these, but my wife probably won't let me. I always say that. I've got to blame everything on her. That's why I got married. Thank you very much. So there we have it. It was actually great fun. If you're looking for some sort of transport to get you around down to the shops and back, the Arthur scooter from Fonz Moto, very, very good. And it's not a bad price, because you can get them for about $6,000 if you get the low range one, and the bottom of the range can be driven on an ordinary car license. Once you start to get up to the slightly faster ones, you do need a proper sort of license for them. I'm all right, I've already got a full motorbike license. The Arthur 6 is about to come out, which has got more range. It goes up to about 130 kilometers. It's got a slightly higher top speed. I think I said in the video it was 90 for the Arthur 3. It was only 85, but the Arthur 6, I believe, is 90, but its range is much better. It's got a stronger motor. So all up, these are Australian made. So if you're looking at supporting the Australian industry, guess what? You can go and buy one of these. Great as a second vehicle. So I've already got my Tesla. This would make an ideal second vehicle. You could even tow it on a trailer if you want to go on holiday, useful to run around in. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think of the Fonz Moto's Arthur scooters in the comments below. Thanks very much. Don't forget, while you're here, can you do me a big favour, pretty please, and put a like and subscribe click below. That really does help the channel. Clicking that like button helps promote the channel on the algorithm for YouTube. Making a comment below helps the algorithm. So I really would appreciate that. It will help me to grow the channel. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all very soon.